Hey, so I'm Jewish, which, as you know, has its simple perks and many caveats. And my first job out of college was as a production assistant for a movie filming in New York City. We had a character on this film that wore a Nazi uniform, which, you know, was the actor's first IMDb credit. Hopefully it wasn't his last. Because no actor wants an IMDb page that just says, like, Brett Flynn, Nazi, 2019, and then nothing else. And so one day the costumer comes up to me and says, hey, so the Nazi uniform got dirty yesterday, and the director wants it looking nice and clean for the next shot. Do you think you can run this to the dry cleaners? I'm like, yeah, I don't know if that's clothing they want riding their carousel. Like, it seems bad for business. But the customer said, no, look. So, like, the director knows a guy in New York City who runs dry cleaners. He's going to do it no problem. We're going to give this to you in an opaque black suit bag. And I'm like, all right, I guess that sounds better. And then they told me where the dry cleaners was, and it was in the heart of Williamsburg, Brooklyn. And if you don't know Williamsburg, imagine the most Jewish person you've ever seen. That's where all of them live. So now my job that pays me minimum wage is requiring me to go on a secret mission through a heavily Jewish area with an anti-Semitic piece of clothing. And if I say no to this, the production will label me as difficult to work with. So I'm making my way towards Williamsburg, Nazi uniform on my back, and I'm starting to realize how uncomfortable of a situation I'm in. I'm hoping I don't get robbed, even though if I do get robbed, that robber's gonna run away with the worst swag a robber could get. Like, he's gonna show his friends, being like, yo, check out this suit I snatched from the sap. Zzz. What a horrible human being, this guy. So I'm in Williamsburg, and I've never seen so many Hasidic Jews in my life. And the thing is, they get really excited when they see a fellow Jew who they're not familiar with. So they came up to me, they're asking me if I'm like Jewish. I'm like, I don't know anymore, man. Like, I don't like fend off Jews who are just like, oh, come to temple with me. I see you have a nice change of clothes on your back. And I'm like, no, it's not a good idea. And so, you know, I make it to the cleaners, and, you know, the customer told me, like, look, they know the goods are coming, and, you know, it has the director's name on it, so you can just kind of, like, drop it off and leave. That's what I did. I didn't say anything to anyone. I just kind of, like, was like, all right, knock yourselves out, and just left. And so I'm making my way back to set, and as I'm doing so, I get a text from the customer that says, hey, I'm so sorry. I gave you the address to the wrong cleaners. Did you drop the uniform off yet? I don't know if you've ever accidentally committed a hate crime before. You'd think it'd be easy to avoid. So I'm sprinting back to this cleaners as fast as I can, freaking out, thinking so many thoughts of me, like, oh God, did they open it? I hope they didn't open it. What if they did open it? What are they gonna do with it? Are they gonna destroy it? Oh great, now I'm gonna have to, like, find a new Nazi uniform? Where am I gonna find a new Nazi uniform? At, like, a Goodwill in West Virginia? Do I gotta, like, dig through the bin to find one? And so I make it back to the cleaners, and it's apparent that everyone, you know, the people there opened the bag, and they weren't happy. And in my franticness to explain my situation, I accidentally said what I think is one of the worst things a Jew could say, which is, look, I was just following orders. But, you know, long story short, I mean, I got the customer on the phone with them. We sorted it out. I got to the right cleaners, and I just want you to take this away, is that the next time you watch a movie that has a Nazi officer in it, I just want you to know that there was a good chance that there was a young Jewish boy who ran around New York City to make sure that Nazi looked fresh as fuck. And then got fired the next day for getting a salad order wrong. All right, my name's Peter Clark. Thank you so much for having me.